I've never been so solicited for a job like this in my entire life, even with a degree and then from a good school, a good GPA out there on LinkedIn. Like just any job site, just the calls they were coming in, the people they just trying to talk to you, trying to get you in the position. This never ever happened to me until, I went for MTS. My name is Kevin Ega, MTS alumni, and now I'm instructor. Before MTS, I had other things in mind. I thought I was going to go out there, change the world, be a chemist, do great. And with a 4-year degree, I thought that's all I needed to make it in life. Then I realized quick that that wasn't going to do it for me. I can tell you what it is now, but it was nothing close to, going through an MTS and, having the opportunities that I have right now and doing the things that I'm doing right now. So it's not even close. I have a couple of friends that went to school and then we met, one summer at a cookout. And then, I can see they're doing better. They're talking about how much they're making for just taking a course with MTS. And I was like, what's the information? Who can I contact? Who can I talk to? Next thing you know, 2 weeks in, there was a class that was starting. I remember very vividly that August. I came to MTS, paid for a registration fee. 2 weeks after that, I was in class and everything started. And, there were other young men like me, everybody that came to the program, they was just trying to achieve the same goal, right? And, fast forward 6 months after that, the program was over and then boom, here I am, I just never looked back. Honestly, I had no no knowledge of, when it comes to technology. Of course, you interact with technology all the time. I went to college, so you use computers and everything, but that's more just for, the purpose of using it, right? But not really understanding, how that is used in the tech world. And again, just to summarize it, it wasn't anything that I thought it would be when I got into the class. So everything that I was taught or that I had experience with now, I literally learned it for the first time coming to MTS. At the beginning, as you're learning new things, you start, thinking, wow, it's not that hard, right? It's not complicated. The more you apply these tools, it's just like any technology. I give this example today. When you buy an iPhone today, you don't even need to go to a manual, right? The more you play with it, right? And then you start picking up on a few things and then you understand the tool. That's all it was for me. And having MTS structure as a whole was so helpful. And we had class on site. So you have your teacher there with you, walking you through the program, walking you through all the tools and then the command line, get familiarized with it. It was a very, almost like, it reminded me of college a little bit, but the only difference is you have someone there that is dedicated to, pretty much, what you need to know at that moment. So it was very helpful for me personally. And they made all the resources available for you so you can do good in this field. I was a chemist, a lab chemist. The freedom, the flexibility that comes with what I do today, pretty much work from home. I go in when I want to. I kind of organize my day when it comes to things that I have to do based on the urgency or the priority. Whereas, then you always have to be on site. You between four walls and then, you will go to a station and do the same thing all over again. Now it's just the flexibility, right, of being able to, step out if you wanted to, take some fresh air if you're trying to think about something, if you run into issues, and all the new technology that even help you while you, doing what you're doing and learning in the process, right? The field is so big, the opportunity is so big, and the tools are just keep, coming, and making even this job a lot better than it was a couple of years ago. It's just endless. I've never been so solicited for a job like this in my entire life, even with a degree and then from a good school to good GPA out there on LinkedIn. Like just any job site, just the calls they were coming in, the people they just trying to talk to you, trying to get you in the position. This never ever happened to me until I went through MTS, and posted a resume on site and started getting going like, oh my God, this is real. This is just overwhelming. And now, not to say every single one of them is going to go through, but you can tell that the need is out there and people need people for this job. So if you have the skills, there's definitely a spot for you. Prior to me landing my first position as a Linux engineer, money was okay, but it was nothing close to what it is now. Okay, I was doing good for myself. I think I was making enough, but then something changed. Because now you realize that there's money and there's money, and not for the same amount of work. I've just think that I was working way too hard for what I was making compared to how much work I'm doing now for what I'm making, right? It is a lot more labor intensive for the kind of money that I'm making compared to now. It's a lot more like you use your head more, and doesn't take any physical toll on your body. As waking up and go to work every day 9 to 5. But then you use your time better, and then for whatever they were paying you, you feel important also. You feel like you're part of a process, or people they're actually building something not just for now, or part of a mission critical type of field. So yeah, money is always top of the line, but it's like once you make that switch, you realize, man, I can't believe people make that much money for doing maybe out of 40 hours, doing like maybe 25 hours, worth of work, But once you get into a field, you understand why. Because the things that you're supporting, people that you're working with, the environments are mission critical environment, and they need that kind of support. Going through MTS and seeing the changes that it brought to my life and my family, I can't really just go out there and just think about myself. I felt a sense of responsibility to stick around and keep this program going, so I can help others. I can give back, and I always tell my students that love and knowledge are the two things that you share with people that you don't lose what you got, right? I don't lose anything by sharing what I know, but at least I create a community. There was a community here before I got here. I'm just here to make it go bigger and help other people, enjoy the thing that I enjoy today, or get the best out of them, right? And best out of life, as it is today. For anyone that is, doubting or at a place right now where they're undecided, and I'll say this to them: the best time to start was yesterday. The next best time is now. And for again, personally, and I'm not trying to be biased, there are a lot of programs out there, people that are selling you every day. I can't lie to you that you can go anywhere right now and look up any program that's going on and try to learn. But not everyone is a self-starter. People need their hands, someone to hold their hands and walk them through things. That's what MTS offers. Just the support throughout the entire program to get you out there, I think it is worth it. It makes it the best place to start. And I'll also say, don't look at the investment today. Look at, again, it might take you some time and a little bit of like investment here and there, but the return is far bigger than what you would ever think. So if you're on the fence today, undecided, I would say you will never know how cold the water is until you dip your toes in.